Hi team. I have a nice practice for us this evening, okay? A bit of an advanced practice. So if you want a more gentle vibe today, or if you're more of a beginner, then back it up and go to one of my gentle classes on my playlist, or just browse around for something else. But I want to get a bit spicy tonight. So here we go. I'll meet you in a child's pose. And drop your forehead and maybe a little wiggling of the hips here. So tonight I want to get into a little bit of all the things that I like to practice. Some back bending, some splitting, maybe some fun arm balances. And I just want you to have a good time, listen to your instincts, and just kind of try out some new things for you. Or maybe some old things, maybe just a little bit of fresh energy, even if it's something you practice all the time. Okay, so bringing into your child's pose, some big deep breathing. Find your biggest inhales and your biggest exhales. And in the child's pose, I think it's nice to kind of spread open your chest toward the floor. In our culture, we get so constricted in the chest, and we can open it up a little bit. You can start to give your hands a gentle press against the ground and feel your upper body kind of spread open more toward the floor. Okay, start to roll the shoulders down your back, away from your ears, finding a lot of space in your neck, and maybe kind of allowing your upper body to start to sway here. You look under one arm at a time. And start to twist your spine at your neck. Keep your breath moving. Okay, let's gently transition this to be a little bit bigger of a movement. Next time you turn and you look over to the right, pause it there. Pick up your right hand and just reach for the ceiling, okay? Almost like you're opening arms wide. Maybe you look up at your hand. Maybe it's more comfortable to look down. But bring yourself back to a child's pose. And then try the other side. Inhale, pause. The left hand reaches up. Spread open your chest as much as you like. And exhale, bring it down. Now let's try that a few times. Opening up the chest. Inhale up. Exhale down. Feel your whole rib cage twisting. Again, inhale. And exhale. How about once more on the right, okay? Inhale here on the right. And then hold it and breathe it. Press your hips down. Really open up across the chest. And remember, you still have a nice long neck here. So move those shoulders away from your ears. Breathe deeply into this big right side. Maybe tuck that right hand behind your back. See if you want to grab your left thigh and roll that shoulder down. Maybe slide out the left hand. Big twist, big stretch. One more big breath. Let's bring it back through center. How about the other side? Inhale here, left hand up. Hold it here, big in your chest, long in your spine, heavy your hips. Maybe we tuck that left hand behind. You can grab that right thigh and drop that shoulder blade down your back. Maybe stretch the right arm away. Keep pushing the floor. Okay, let's bring it back through center and up to hands and knees. Okay, let's get into some cat-cows here. I want to bring in a little more back bendy of a variation. So bringing that right knee up away from the floor. Make sure your knee is just about parallel with your hip, okay? Just about level with your hip. And we want to keep the hips themselves nice and level left to right. So keep the really stable in that lower body. And with your inhale, think of pulling your hands back as you send that right toe toward the back of your head. Now only lift as high as you like, okay, and strong belly muscles while you do this, because we need to protect the low back from overextending, okay? Let's pair that with a knee to nose. Big exhale as you round your spine, shake your head out, let it hang, and maybe bring that knee all the way to your temple or your forehead. Let's try that together. Inhale, cow pose, toe to head. Pull, 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 pull forward. Exhale, cat pose. Push that floor. Let's do 3 more. Inhale. Should feel really good. Stretch across the front. Exhale, stretch across the back. 2 more. Inhale. Warming that spine. Exhale, warming the glutes, warming your abs. Last one. Inhale. Now hold this one, hold this one. Really pull on your hands. Maybe balance on the top of that left knee. Okay, 1 more big breath here. And then exhale, pull it the other way. Draw that right knee towards your nose. Squeeze the floor away from you. So really push. Maybe you can really close that circle between your head and your knee. 1 more breath. And then we're gonna swing this right knee all the way forward, okay? Tuck the back toes, okay? Keep them tucked for now. Strong, pushing the floor with both of your legs. We'll start to wake up the legs here. So really get a sense, and this is the part that I find so magical about just being aware of your body. If you are in your lunge and you feel kind of ho-hum about it, that's fine. Sometimes that happens to me. I'm like, I don't know, the lunge isn't really, I'm not really feeling it. I'm not really coming together with the lunge. But then this magical thing happens where I say, okay, what if I just activate my legs a little better, pulling the knees inward toward each other, pushing the floor away. There is the lunge. It's active. Okay, so let's use this lunge. You can press yourself up with that right hand on your right knee and start squeezing your knees toward each other, allowing your hips to sink nice and low. So really talking to your right hamstring, the front of your left hip as well. So as you're ready, we're gonna tuck the back toe nice and strong and go ahead and lift that back knee. Maybe your hands come up overhead here, stretch and lift your heart up into the sky. Holding and breathing. So it's hard to remember, always for me, to keep a strong belly here. So lift the belly muscles up and in. Keep pushing the floor away. Big heart. Just getting the legs nice and warm. How about 1 more big breath in here? And exhale, drop the back knee. Drop your hands underneath your shoulders. Okay, let's bring it back to hands and knees and try the other side. Here's the left leg, bent at the knee. Okay, strong glute, strong hamstring. Really nice strength in the back of the leg. Hips are level, please. Belly button lifting, please. Here we go, elbows in. Inhale, pull your heart forward. Exhale, pull that left knee into your nose. Push the floor down. Really open up the back of the heart here. Again, inhale, open up the front of the heart. Pull that toe. Exhale, crunch it in. 3 more. Inhale. And exhale. Really get the left side of your spine working. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. Now let's hold this one, okay? Maybe come up with that right knee bend, finding a nice shape here, pulling that toe towards your head. And now let it go, exhale, pull the knee to the nose, push and breathe. Really opening up between the shoulder blades, let the neck hang. 1 more breath here, squeeze the knee close. And let it go, okay? We're gonna let the left foot step forward towards your hand. So here's our first lunge on this side, Okay, start to activate it. You can come up on your fingertips maybe, letting the legs start to push down into the floor. So just wake them up here. Pushing down, pulling inward with the two knees so the pelvic floor is really engaged. Strong lower belly muscles. We can start to rise up into the lunge. Okay, set yourself up. Tuck the back toe so you can really push the floor down with two legs. Finding your lunge. Okay. All right, if you're like me, your lower body really starts to come alive here. Once you feel that push down, that activity in the lunge, go ahead and lift your hands, lift your back knee. Rise up high in your lunge and push the floor down. Pull those knees toward each other. Really keep this lunge living and breathing. Slight bend in the back knee for now, okay? Maybe one more breath. Lift the heart. And then let's let it go. Drop your hands under your shoulders. Drop the back knee. Bring it back to hands and knees. Okay, tuck your toes here, hips up. Downward facing dog. Lower body is starting to warm up. Upper body is starting to warm up. Really roll the shoulders here. Rolling the other way. Okay, let's start to flow a little bit just to build some nice heat. We'll make it nice and slow at first, and then we'll make it a little more quick and spicy. Take a big breath in. Let it go, big exhale. Pull the elbows inward. Here we go, yogis. With your inhale, bring your heart forward to a plank. Okay, we're gonna build a little non-traditional flow today, just for fun. Exhale here, come halfway down. Pull your elbows into your ribs. So you could put your knees down here if you wanted to, right? Or you could keep them up. Really squeeze those elbows, hover nice and low. Inhale, press yourself back up to a plank. With your exhale, I want you to tap your heels, just drop your heels to the left. Okay? And then inhale, switch that right arm up. Find a little side plank, okay? You could drop your bottom knee if you wanted to. Take a few breaths here in a side plank, okay? Remember your options, but no matter what, you want shoulder over wrist, okay? Maybe the top leg floats just for some extra adventure. You could bend the knee, reach for that toe, maybe extend up, maybe out. Who knows? One more breath here, wherever you are. And we'll come back the way we came in, okay? Okay, we're gonna drop that right hand, point the heels back up at the sky. And then as you're ready, drop the heels over to the left. Sorry, to the right, to the opposite direction. So reaching up with that left hand now, we're facing to the left in another side plank. Hold and breathe here. A couple breaths. Okay, shoulder over wrist, everything stacked nice and neat. Maybe we lift the top leg, extra fun. Loop the toe, extend the leg forward or up, who knows? One more breath. Okay, come down with control. Left hand down, heels back to center. Keep breathing. Let's press it back to downward facing dog. Okay, take a few breaths here, roll your shoulders. So we're gonna build a little flow on top of that little theme, okay? Don't worry, we won't take as many breaths in side plank each time. Here we go. Inhale for your plank, exhale, halfway down. Little chaturanga, okay, shape. As you inhale, press it up to a plank. Drop your heels to the left, exhale. Inhale, sweep that right hand up. I want you to lift your hip as high as you like. Okay, really lift that top hip. And exhale, right hand down. Inhale, heels spin up, nice and slow. Exhale, heels spin to the right, nice and slow. Control it. Weight in the right hand. Inhale, left hand up. Lift the hips as high as you like. Exhale, left hand down. Spin the heels up nice and slow. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, roll it. We're gonna do one more round just like that, okay? Here we go. Inhale, plank. Exhale, halfway down. Pull the elbows in. Inhale, plank. Exhale, heels to the left, nice and slow. Inhale, right hand up. Lift yourself nice and high. Maybe lift that top leg just for extra spice. And exhale, right hand down. Spin the heels up, inhale. Heels to the right, exhale. Inhale, left hand up. Maybe lift the top leg for fun. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, walk it out here. Starting to get nice and warm. Starting to feel a little bit more fluid in the legs and the shoulders. Here we go. Let's get a little bit more into the legs. Give your shoulders a break. Okay, with an inhale, let's swing the right leg up in the sky. Just for fun, bend the knee, point the toe, look at your hands. Get a little tiny back bend moment here as you bend your elbows inward. We're gonna try to step through here. Exhale, step the right foot through between the hands. Drop the back heel. Inhale, warrior one. Taking a moment, pressing into all the heels down, all the heels pulling inward. Push the floor away. One more big breath here, lift that heart. Okay, exhale here, drop your fingers underneath your shoulders around that right foot. We're gonna pop up the back foot here. Find a standing split and just hold here for a little bit. So really push the floor down with the right leg. And remember, the right leg can bend here, okay? And you're really using that left glute to lift that top leg. And then push the floor away from you. Okay, using gravity to your advantage just to get a rich experience of this posture. So keep pushing that floor away. Maybe take the right hand to the right ankle and hug that right foot towards your cheek. Let the neck fall off, let the head relax. How about one more big breath here, firing up those legs. Okay, exhale here, drop the left foot behind you. Maybe not all the way back. And with your inhale, extend that right leg. Roll your heart out and parallel your spine with the floor. We're holding here in pyramid pose. Start to push the floor away. And then the same thing here, drawing the knees toward each other, squaring off your hips. Let's see if we could reach the hands forward. Using the strength of your legs to hold your upper body here. Hold and breathe. Now push the floor, starting to get real spicy in the legs. Keep everything active, the quads, the glutes, even your feet, but soft in the toes. Lifted arches. Keep breathing. How about 3 more breaths here? Spicing it up. Pull the right hip back. 1 more. Okay, as you're ready, drop your fingers around that right foot. Roll your spine all the way down. Give your leg a hug. Okay, should be feeling nice vibes of warmth and spaciousness across the back of the right leg. So as you're ready, we're gonna drop the palms around the right foot. Okay, bending the knee as much as we need to. Let's do a 3-leg dog transition here. So inhale here, right leg up in the sky. Stretch it high. Let's scorpion it because we can. Pointing the toes to the left. Okay, pressing the hips back toward that left foot. Trying to level off the shoulders even though they want to open up. Maybe extend the knee just for fun. Okay, we're gonna let the toe drop all the way to the left. Flip dog. Right hand up in the sky. Maybe you start to lift your heart up toward the ceiling. Big breath. Okay, transitioning back through a scorpion or a 3-leg dog. Meet you back in a 3-leg. And exhale here, downward facing. All feet down, shake it off. We're gonna go into the other side here. Here we go. Inhale here, left leg up. For fun, bend the knee, point the toe, look at your hands, open up your heart. Okay, exhale here, press it forward, drop that foot between your hands. Okay, back heel down, coming up to a warrior 1. Here we go. Squaring everything off. Lower belly lifting up and in, pushing that back leg down. Push, 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 push. Okay, really driving that left hip back, pulling the right hip forward. Warrior, fierce and friendly, all at the same time. One more big breath. And we're letting it go, dropping the hands around that front foot, left foot, transitioning to a standing split. So let's go ahead and tip the head down, let the body weight go down and the leg weight go up. And breathe. Start to push the floor, let your head fall off. Really pushing down into that left leg. Use the strength of your leg, push. Use the strength of your arms too. And really let the head be heavy. Maybe left hand to left ankle, hugging close. Okay, one more breath here, standing split. Let's let it go here. Drop the hands around the front foot if they were up. Drop the back foot, but maybe not all the way at the back of the mat. Okay, a little bit more forward than you would have it in a lunge. Here we are in pyramid pose. So, man, such a great warm up and strengthener for the legs. Pyramid pose. So I want you to feel strong here. I want you to convey the strength of the pyramid as you squeeze your 2 feet toward each other and press the floor away. Level that spine off with the floor. Maybe reach forward. Okay. Hold and breathe. Push the floor. You can feel the legs really getting fired up here. Okay, try to soften your toes, lift your arches, really connect it to the earth. One more breath, pyramids. Okay, fold over your left leg. Fold. All right, one more big breath here. We're gonna let this go, okay? Drop your hands underneath your shoulders, pop up that back heel. We're coming out to a 3-leg. Left leg up in the sky, stretch it high, okay? We're gonna scorpion it because we can. Okay, bend that knee, let the toes drop over to the right and press the hips up, press the chest back. I like to sometimes stand on the right tippy toes here and extend the left leg. Just get the feet as far away from each other as you could. And then let's take it into a flip dog moment. Drop the toe, the left toe to the right. Opening up the heart to the ceiling, rotating open. Let the heart lead. Let your head fall down. Open up in the top part of your chest. One more big breath here. Wherever you are. And spin yourself back down around. Meet you in a 3-leg. Inhale. And exhale. Downward facing dog. Okay. Very nice work. We should be feeling pretty warm. Take a few breaths in downward facing dog. Maybe look at your hands. Now that we're warm, you can start to really push the floor away with your hands and your feet and pull the elbows and knees slightly in toward the midline. Maybe 3 more long breaths here, just pushing the floor. Let your heart sink toward the back of your space. Let your head be heavy. Backs of the ribs open on your inhale. Release tension on your exhale. Okay, let's start to get a little more spicy. With your inhale here, right leg up in the sky, bend the knee, point the toe, look at your hands. And exhale, step through. Okay, we're gonna come up on the right foot this time, coming up to a balance on that right leg. Okay, balancing is such a great way to warm up. So here we are. Grab that left shin. Find something to stare at that's not moving, okay? And move that knee in towards your chest. So start pressing down through that right foot, strong like a tree trunk. It's everything you need. Okay, now lift the arch away from the floor. Squeeze the left knee in towards your heart. So you want to feel a nice hip release here. And we have some strength in moving the shoulders away from the ears. Now let's play a little bit. Ooh. Let's reach down with the left thumb and forefinger. And thumb and four fingers, okay? Make a little peace sign. And then loop your left big toe, okay? Your right hand can come to your hip perhaps. And we're gonna start to extend the left leg out front. So finding a nice level off in the hips, a nice strength in the core here. Okay, maybe we want to take both toes to the left foot, and maybe elbows moving in toward the knee. You can start to creep that little shin up towards your chin. Okay, pushing the floor down. Woo. Balance. Woo. Really getting the better of that left leg. Sorry, that right leg. So, one more breath here. Maybe you want to try it again if you felt like me. And then we can start to release that. Oh, okay. Right leg holding strong. Now let's take this left leg in a different direction now. Okay? Let's take it out to the left with just one hand. Okay? And then we can move the right hand over to the right, holding and breathing here. What happens if we start to lift the left leg away from the floor? Okay? Who knows? Maybe you'll fall out. But you can come back in. Okay, the floor is right there. Now what happens if we take this right hand to that left foot, and then we can squeeze the left knee in by the chest like we did before. Maybe, who knows, maybe you can reach the left arm underneath the right and hook it next to the shoulder, okay? Maybe we can then, right leg is burning, y'all. Maybe we can then extend the left leg. Okay, so you try, who knows? I'm gonna try it one more time. Maybe you try it one more time, maybe you hold it for longer than I did. But hey, you know what else we can do? We can use balance. If you have a wall nearby, you can take a wall friend assist. You get the leg up. I like to do that sometimes, and then you've got the left arm kind of holding the leg there. Whew. And that right leg is burning, y'all. So one more big breath here. We have a nice little split wall assisted moment here. Maybe you don't need the wall. Put that in the comments if you do. I want to hear about that. Okay, we're gonna come out. I'm gonna try to come out slowly with control, letting the left foot come back to the floor. Shake it off, okay? Nice balancing. Whatever happened, let it go. Let's go into the other side. So now we have the left leg is the strong tree trunk. It's everything we need. Ground down into that thing. Point the tailbone down. Lift the belly muscles up and away from the floor. Okay, here comes the right knee. Squeezing it in towards your chest. Just stand up tall. Okay, just that is enough here. Hold and breathe. Okay, so things are gonna start to warm up. That left leg is gonna start to wobble. You just go with it. All right, here we go. We're reaching the right thumb and forefingers down for the right big toe. Okay, we start to extend. Pretty warm after pyramid pose. Okay, this is essentially pyramid pose, right? Just standing. Maybe we take two hands to the foot. Okay, you can loop the toe, and you want to keep a nice strength in both legs. Oh, it's hard. And then we're going to move the elbows in toward the knees and the chin toward the shin. Holding and breathing here, finding that warmth. 3, 2, and 1. Transitioning out. See if you could hold the toe. Release the left hand. Take the right hand over to the right. Okay. Keep the leg level at first. And just take a moment. Hips level. But then what if we eventually start to tip that right foot up? Okay. Let's see if I can do this one without the wall. I don't know. Okay, we start to bend that right knee in toward the armpit. Hook that right knee over your Okay, wall assist. Here we go. Working here, team. Working here for you. Okay, so get it up. We take the left hand over the head. I'm gonna use my wall friend here. We can move the foot up, okay? So, push the floor. Try to break free of the wall like me, like I'm trying. Okay, hold and breathe. Stretch that leg open. 3, 2, and 1. Come out with control. Whew. I tried. Shake it off, guys. Whew. Okay, nice work. So I think we were somewhere around the top of the mat, so we'll meet back there. Big breath in here, guys. Reach those hands up. With your exhale, take your hands to your low back. Okay, we're gonna start to lift the heart up and open. You can put a little bend in your knees here to start, and just start to work your hips forward. So we want to think of the tailbone really pointing down here. Should feel pretty good. If you have pain in your low back, you just strengthen those belly muscles and come back up. But we're going to start to lean back into things. Really tuck your chin here. Open up the back of your neck. Maybe sway. Okay, strengthen those belly muscles inward. We're going to reach back with one hand. And 2. And maybe we drop down. Okay? If not, no problem. Okay, now if you drop down, see if you can stand yourself back up. Weight in the heels, weight in the toes. Weight in the heels, weight in the toes. And then at some point, we can put the weight back in the toes. Roll it up. Okay, whatever happened on your back bend journey, bend your knees. Let yourself fold it all the way down. And let's walk it back to a plank. And take a moment here. Plank. Hold and breathe. Push the floor. Lift the belly muscles up and in, and see if you can make your neck a little longer. Something I always used to forget in plank is I used to forget that my legs were working too. And I thought my upper body had to do everything. So remember, your lower body is working. Push the floor with your lower body. Let it take some of the load. It can handle it. One more breath in your plank. Okay, drop the heels to the left. Hold and breathe. Right hand up. Remember this side plank. Here we are. We're back. This one we're going to make a little spicy, so feel free to drop the bottom knee at any time. So let's scooch the feet a little bit closer. I want to make sure the shoulder stays over the wrist on the left side. Okay, we're gonna bend the right knee. Really hook the toe here. See if we can really ground the left foot, the bottom foot, and start to reach the right foot up. Hold and breathe. Woo. Lift that right foot. Breathing in your shape. 3, 2, and 1. See if you could release with control. Bend that left knee, bend the right knee. And find yourself transitioning into a wild thing, okay? Back in that side plank shape with the foot behind you here. We're gonna transition into a wild thing. Go ahead and reach the right hand up, and then see if you can spin it all the way around to a back bend. Okay, holding and breathing here in your back bend. Push the floor, lift your heart, open it up. Breathe. The belly muscles are coming in as you're pushing the floor. Big heart. I like to remind myself here, just like I'm in a down dog, to roll my elbows inward toward each other and lengthen my neck. Really strengthen the glutes, pull the knees inward. Okay, one more breath in your nice juicy little back bend. And we'll try to come out the way we came in, okay? Spinning to face the left, right hand up. Okay, flipping back through. A little downward facing dog shape. Let's get the right leg up in the air. Stretch it high. 3-leg dog. Maybe look at your hands. Exhale here. Downward facing dog. Okay, bring it back. Here we go, team. Find your plank. Keep breathing. Okay, drop the heels to the right. Left hand up, find your side plank. Okay, we're back. I'll spin around to face you, but we are in the same place. Okay, I like to scooch my feet a little toward my hand here. And remember, the weight is in the fingers a lot. Push the floor with your bottom fingers, shoulder over wrist. We're gonna get the left knee up. Okay, bending it. Loop the toe with your hand, your peace fingers, and press the floor away. So it helps to get the right foot all the way on the floor. Whew. Hold in here. Breathe in. Letting the heat build. Okay, one more breath. Let's see if we could transition slowly to a flip dog. Okay, so find your flip dog shape. Okay, essentially a side plank shape, and then we're gonna reach the left hand so far up and over that we end up in a back bend. Hold and breathe, push the floor. Just for fun, for this one, try to extend your knees. Extend your knees. Pull your elbows inward. Really push into your hands here. One more breath. We're gonna try to come out the way we came in, so loosen your shape up, left hand up, spinning back around. Oh, meet you in a 3-leg dog shape. Stretch it high. And set it down. As you're ready, walk to your hands. Take your feet a bit wide away from each other. We're gonna go sideways on the mat here, so you'll step 1 foot back, 1 foot away. Long ways, sideways on the mat, and just walk your hands back between your feet. Turn your feet, toes pointing inward, and you can start to draw your head back. Long neck here, push the floor down. Should be a nice stretch for the legs. Bring it up to center here. We're going to stretch the wrists out. That was quite a lot on your wrists. So stretch them out. They should be nice and warm. All those little tiny muscles. All warm and happy. Stretch top and then go ahead and stretch the bottom. I like to spread the fingers really wide and really peel them down and peel them up very carefully. Okay, let's bring it back to center and start to shimmy the feet out away from each other. And we're really pressing down through the feet here, both feet. So push, push, push the floor. So you just take them as far out as you like. You can come down to your elbows if you want, but we're gonna really just push the floor here. That's all we're gonna do. So we're checking to see the hips are between the feet. Okay, active on all parts of the leg. And it's really tempting to round the spine here. So do your best to lengthen it every time you think about it. Push the floor, keep breathing. Okay, important to give yourself time here. So feel free to even pause this video and take more time. You know, it's like, it really takes 30 seconds just for your body to begin to enjoy a stretch. And really, after maybe a minute, that's when things really start to get cooking. So you can always hold a stretch as long as your body's asking you to. But for now, go ahead and sit your hips down, point your toes out to the side, and start to activate your quadriceps. So really drawing your knees up and in towards your hips, tailbone points down at the ground, belly button muscles lift up and in. Let's get the longest spine possible here. And I like to grab kind of the center of my thigh here and really press the heart up to the sky, pulling on your own legs. Nice little bend for that upper back there. Okay, so opening up that chest a little bit more. What happens if we take the left hand over to the right thigh? You can grab your right thigh just below your outer hip. Okay, start to drop the left elbow and reach that right arm over. Holding and breathing. Okay, so really I want to get the hips on the floor. That right hip wants to come up, so stay low in it. Keep breathing. Beginning to really open up that right side, so push the floor. Okay, one more breath here. Feel the right side of the low back really peeling open. Okay, from here, drop the left and right hand on either side of that left leg. We're gonna roll it, just roll it over to a side split. So pull the right hip forward. You're gonna roll over that right leg. We've got the right knee down, the top of the right foot on the floor, and the left foot is in front. Okay, so start to maybe stay up as long as you need to. Don't ever rush your split. Okay, start to draw the knees inward. Big breath in your split. Okay, think of dropping the shoulder blades toward the floor here, really anchoring that upper body down through your spine. Nice breath. Okay, remember to resist the floor. It's so easy to forget. Okay, so one more big breath here. And then let's back on out of it, okay? Roll back over that right leg. You might have to tuck the toe and sit back into your straddle, okay? And then let's do the left side. So right hand to the left thigh, left arm up and over, start to reach to the right. So dropping that left hip, breathing here, that's all. Long neck. Okay, how about one more big breath here? Opening up the left side of the low back. And then as you're ready, you can bring yourself up and out One hand on either side of that right leg. Start to square off on that right leg. And then you can roll over that left knee and start to find the other side, okay? So I'm a toe pointer in a split, but if you're a toe flexor, then that's good too. I like to also sometimes flex first and then point. They're both good. Okay, and there's also a floint, which is somewhere in between. But nice breathing here, push the floor. And we'll come back and do another couple rounds of splits. So don't feel like this has to be your deepest split ever. Okay, it doesn't. One more big breath here. Dropping the shoulder blades, maybe a little extra heart opening. And then we're gonna let it go. Okay, roll back over that left hip, back to your straddle. Okay, now here we go. We're gonna go back into the left side. So roll back over the right hip, back into second time on the left side. Okay, maybe flex the feet at first, who knows? Pushing the floor. This is my really tight side, so I have to concentrate really hard to stay open and not be scared and just trust myself, trust my instincts. Okay, maybe you do too. And then eventually we can point the toe, we stay active in the legs, we don't fall asleep in the hips. Okay, always focus on alignment. Maybe we can have one hand come up, maybe two. Whew. Pushing that floor is so important here. Push both the knees down. Keep the hips level. One more breath. Maybe looking up, little heart opening. And exhale, bring it down. Roll back over the right hip and into your straddle. Okay, let's go back into the right side. So roll over the left hip. We're back here. Maybe toe tucked at first. Settle the hips down. Squeeze the knees toward the floor and each other. This is my more easy side. This side is usually more excited about a split, okay? Okay, maybe one hand up. Maybe two hands up. Push the floor, maybe lift this heart. Why not? Okay, as you're ready, let's bring it out. Rolling back over the left hip. Back to straddle. Let's go in one more time on the left, okay? And one more time on the right. So first to the left. Roll over that right hip. Oh, okay. Here we are. We're back. Welcome back. Okay, working the splits today, friends. Okay, now that we're back here, take a moment, flex the ankles. And then point. Okay. So maybe here, okay, you bend the back knee. Okay, we want to take this foot, okay, and bring it in toward the glute. And just as much as feels good. On this side, I think this is good for me. Okay, breathing here. Working here, team. Okay, as you're ready, let it go. Roll it back through center. Oh. And over to the other side. Push the floor. Okay, whew, I'm back on my easy side. Telling you, team. Those sides are different. Okay, so back in your shape on this side. Engage the legs, push the floor. Now we turn to that back foot. We bend it. Try to pull the foot into the glute. Breathe. Okay, letting it go. Back to your straddle. Okay, wow. Okay, so now we're back. Really work the splits there, okay? Whew, splits do not come naturally to me. Okay, I'm working with you. Working with you guys. Okay, let's bring it down to the elbows here. I just want to enjoy this little straddle shape that we've been in for a little while. Keep your spine nice and long. Push the floor with both legs. Nice breath here. Keep pulling your heart forward, away from your hips. Push that floor. Okay, walk yourself up and out of this. You can use your hands like spatulas to pick up your knees. Bring them toward each other. Wow, let's give that lower body a break, okay? Let's transition back short ways on the mat, or normal way on the mat, okay? Gonna drop down to your elbows here. We're gonna start getting some shoulders back on the clock, okay? They've had a little break. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Whew, Dolphin Pose, okay? I always have to remind myself, put the shoulders over the elbows, lift the hips. Okay, so let your head hang. We're gonna get the right leg up. We're gonna explore with some flying here. So maybe give yourself little hops. Maybe let yourself come all the way up. Maybe. Okay, we have a multitude of things we can play around with here, but sticking the legs straight up is a nice shape to play with. Ooh, okay. Yeah, sticking them up, and then I like to bend. I always end up in a back bend here, bending the knees, pointing the toes at the back of the head. Okay, peeling the heart forward. Fun little shape. And then from here, if you want, you can drop your toes, put your hands together, or keep them on the floor, and you have a nice little shoulder opening back bend. So breathing here. Okay, just finding the shape. Remember to pull the elbows inward, lift the belly muscles. I like to walk my feet in toward my hands. Okay, as you're ready, coming out, you can transition back through. Ooh. Hopefully more gracefully than I did. Okay, back to hands and knees here. Tuck your toes. Gonna play around with a little camel pose, and then we'll go back to that scorpion pose, okay? So up on your knees here, pull your tailbone down toward the floor, lift the belly muscles. How about one more big breath here? Come out the way you came in. Okay, let's bring it back down to that arm balance, okay? Let's go back in. So this time, we're gonna pop it up to a scorpion. We might drop the feet down to the floor. I'm gonna try going up with the other leg now, which is actually easier for me, so I'm excited about this, okay? All right, as you're ready, pop yourself up, find a little scorpion, play around with legs up first. Some folks like to do a straddle here, which I think is cool, okay, feels good. And then as you're ready, maybe try that little back bendy shape, toes to head. And then eventually we can let them fall. Okay, now I hear something here we can play with. Grab one of your feet, and maybe you can grab one of the feet, pull the elbows inward slightly, And you can reach up with the other foot. Holding here. We can switch. Other foot, heart forward, foot up. Okay, coming back down through a little scorpion. Not very graceful. Might dismount. Okay, up through hands and knees. This time, we won't go back to our camel. I think we've had enough back bending for now. Take a moment just to rest your hands on your thighs. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling some nice yoga glow right now. We did some good work today. We played, we explored. Maybe we were a little uncomfortable. Maybe we pushed a little bit of that edge. That's okay, it's all good. Okay, to balance out those back bends, we need to activate the core really quick just to make sure everything's okay. So you can cross your ankles, swing your legs around front, drop your hands by your hips. We'll start to press the floor away. So I like to put my hands just before my hips. Maybe a little quick wrist stretch before we go into this. You can bend your knees a little bit. Move your heart towards your toes. Find a nice fold, okay? And then start to push the floor away. Lift your legs up off the floor. Hold and breathe. So holding them up is gonna require all your core strength. 3, 2, and 1. Rest your legs on the floor. You can fold over those knees. Let the spine be nice and long. Okay, it should feel great to release the low back here. All that tissue that we really worked, see if you can let it go. One more breath. Feels really good after all that back bending. Could stay here forever. Okay. Pull yourself out, maybe reluctantly. Okay. A few more things. Let's stretch out the legs really well. Okay, we really worked them in the splits, at least I did. Okay, let's cross the right leg over the left. Okay. Building a Gomukhasana. So the right leg will be on top. Cow face pose. Bend that left knee, pull the foot towards your hip. Okay, take the right leg, just drape nice on top so that your knees are really close. And start to settle in. If you're like me, this is not an easy one. It's tight sometimes, but I just remind myself, push the floor away, and everything kind of comes together in these difficult lower body heavy postures. Just push the floor. Okay, get the spine nice and long, really push down into both legs. We're gonna take another minute at least here. So get comfortable. It's a really good time to just notice how you feel. As things start to soften up and your body settles in a little bit, move your feet away from you. I wouldn't take them past your feet. Past your knees, okay? I wouldn't take them past your knees, but level your hips off with the floor again. Once you move your feet, start to push down into both of them again and keep breathing. Let the posture do its magic, okay? Try to lift the left hip and drop the right. Okay, I love this pose. I feel like it just fixes everything. Okay, maybe you decide you'd like to fold forward here. Who knows? Maybe that's too much. You can also lean back if you need to. But big breathing here. Okay, if you folded, come on up, we're adding a twist. So use the left knee, or the left hand on the right knee to kind of press you into a twist, looking over the right shoulder. Now long spine here, push into both hips. Maybe you send that right hand behind. Maybe grab your left thigh. Okay, bring it on back to center. Lean back here. Extend your legs. Whew, other side. So this time left leg is on top. Feet close at first, maybe. Okay, I like to start gentle. Real gentle, whenever I can. Okay, just sit up tall, close your eyes. You're gonna be here for a while, so get comfortable. Let your best posture shine here. Make the most of this moment in Gomukhasana. Really drop the left hip, lift the right. Okay, maybe you decide to fold, maybe take the feet out away from you, just whatever makes a whole lot of sense here. Keep pushing down into those legs though. It's gonna really make the posture come to life. Okay, feels real good after all those splits. Wow, I could stay here forever. So if you folded, bring yourself up. We're gonna twist now. Let your longest spine shine here as you twist to the left. Okay, we had a nice, long, strong, warm practice. So these really long, slow cool downs are so important to balance out and kind of sort through all of that deep energy we cultivated. We cultivated some deep energy. Okay, bring yourself back through. You can release the legs here. One more big fold. Maybe scoot forward to the top of your mat for your fold. Okay, as you're ready, we're gonna roll it all the way down. Take a little moment for shoulder stand here. I think it would be great. Okay, a little shoulder stand, knees into the forehead, hands walking up to your ribs, really looking up at the sky. Okay, up at your toes, squeeze the feet together. Nice breath here. Okay, great release for the neck, the backs of your shoulders, actively pushing the floor away, actively extending upward. One more breath. Coming out. Bend the knees. Drop your feet behind you. Momentary plow pose. Okay? Interlace your fingers. Press them into the floor. Press the shoulders down. Really wiggle yourself here. And we're going to start to point the toes and slightly press down through them. Really rolling down as extremely slowly as possible. Keeping the toes pointed back as long as you could. So really make this drag out, okay? Strong hands pushing down. Keep your hands together as long as you can. Nice breath here as you roll down like a slow snake. And release your hands when you have to. Let those legs come all the way down. You made it. Welcome to Shavasana. Hold here, breathe. Let yourself come down from your practice. Just let your breath slow down. Feel everything go back to normal, natural. Notice how you feel. Notice the moment unfolding all around you, within you. Take a moment just to be present with yourself. Honor your practice today, whatever happened. And please take as long as you want, as long as you need to rest, as long as you can. This is where I'll leave you today. Thanks so much for joining me, team.